So have you ever gotten into a fight with your spouse about a recent purchase? If you say no, I think you're lying. A recent study from the American Institute of CPAs shows that more than 70% of couples do indeed argue about money. Rachel Cruz is the host of The Rachel Cruz Show and the author of the new best-selling book, Know Yourself, Know Your Money, and she joins me live now. Rachel, hi, how are you? Great to see you after all of this time.
I know. Thank you so much for having me. It's so fun to see you as well.
So tell us, it's a controversial topic, right? When you talk about combining bank accounts. What do you think? You say we should combine them.
Yes, absolutely. My philosophy is if you share a bed, you can share a bank account. You know, it's amazing that in our marriages, the best marriages that thrive, you are united in every part of your life, that you're saying, hey, we are a team, and that includes money. But like you said, a lot of couples fight. There's a lot of disagreement because opposites attract. And so learning how to work on the same page with your spouse is so crucial. And people that win with money long-term, that build wealth, that get out of debt, that save money, they do it with their spouse on board. And so both of you working together is so crucial to winning.
You know, before getting married, we might meet with our pastor about things. We might think about the wedding cake. We might think about the flowers, who's going to be our bridesmaid. But really, we need to be having these really important conversations before we unite with another human being, don't we? How important is it to have that conversation with your spouse before becoming spouses?
You know, it's so important because studies are showing that one of the leading causes of divorce in America today is money fights and money problems. So if you know it's the number one issue, it should be like, all right, it's the number one topic that we talk about. And again, you're going to be opposites, right? I'm actually the spender in our marriage. My husband's naturally a saver. So you're not losing who you are and how you interact with money, but learning how to work together and say, hey, we have the same shared vision. We have the same shared value system around money, and we're going to work as a team. We're not going to see each other as enemies. We're going to see each other as teammates.
Yeah, we share bank accounts in my household as well, but I do have friends who, you know, you get married, you're over the age of 30. We're not getting married as early as we used to, many of us, and you come into the relationship having money in certain places and, you know, certain spending habits and all of that. Are there any times where you think that it's actually good and then it brings some independence into the marriage?
You know, my reason for having separate accounts is more sadly on the side of if you know that a divorce or separation is coming, if there's an addiction problem in the marriage, if there's some reason for your safety to have your own funds, then absolutely. But in the name of independence, no, because again, it's this idea that we are coming together as one. And when you start to separate your lives, even as tactical as a bank account, to say, I have my money here, you have your money there, you suddenly kind of become these financial roommates versus saying we are in this together, regardless of what you make, regardless of what I make. When the money hits our account, it is ours together and ours to work through the goals and the dreams and also the fears and the bad habits.
Okay, so I just have to play devil's advocate one more time. What if one spouse says, I'm going to handle all of the groceries and all the gas in my car and in our 16-year-old's car, and you're going to handle the soccer practice and the art lessons and the haircuts for the kids or something like that? Is there a problem when you see people trying to divide responsibilities in the house that way?
Yeah, because you just explained to me a business partnership, you know what I mean? Not a marriage. And again, when I talk to people about this, it ends up being not just about money. Sometimes there's underlying issues. Maybe there's a thing that you're like, I have fear that if I hand this over to my spouse, X, Y, and Z is going to happen. So I would encourage you, press into that fear. If it's a control issue, you know, I want this so that I have a say over. Okay, so if that's playing out in your money, that's probably going to play out in other parts of your marriage. So money problems are usually a symptom of deeper problems. But when you guys come together as a married couple and say, hey, again, we're going to be united together. This is our house. These are our kids. These are our activities as a family. And we're going to act like that on a tactical and even financial side.
Well, I have to say that I have followed you and your dad, Dave Ramsey's advice for a very long time, and I really appreciate you coming on our show. Thank you so much, Rachel Cruz, the host of The Rachel Cruz Show and author of the new best-selling book, Know Yourself, Know Your Money. Have a great day. Thanks so much.